Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Ultra HD Steelbook edition of Scream 3. Scream 3 is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Paramount. It comes in a standard slipcover edition, available at your local and online retailers, as well as a non-exclusive Steelbook. Now, as much of a fan of the Scream films that I am, I have to admit that Scream 3 is probably my least favorite, at least of the initial three movies. I think it's because going in, I knew that the writer, Kevin Williamson, of the first two movies was not the writer of this one. I remember that being somewhat of a big deal, a lot of chatter about it. And really, there is a tonal shift. I mean, the voice of those first two movies is gone. I mean, yes, the characters are the same and there's some similar situations and, the jump scares and all that, but really the dialogue and the spirit of the movie just felt a little bit different in this go around. You could also tell there were some maybe last minute changes to the identity of Ghostface. I know there's a lot of theories going around about it, and if you really pay attention to the film, you kind of understand what they're talking about. And also, some of the narrative is a little bit disjointed in places. I mean, Wes Craven as the director, of course, still did a great job, but, just something about this one doesn't quite hold up to the initial first two movies. Fast forward many years later and a few viewings, I still include this whenever I rewatch the Scream movies. You kind of have to include it. But it does have that cloud hanging over it, at least for me personally. There are some enjoyable moments, some good jump scares, and I just feel that the commentary about Hollywood, and I love movies that take place in Hollywood, about Hollywood, and once again, the commentary, I still feel has some clever, wits about it. So, yeah, the stab films are interesting, that whole thing, but really, it is, at the end of the day, missing that Kevin Williamson voice. I just wish we had it in this film. I think the movie would have been fundamentally better. And I know it has its fans, and I don't want to take that away from them, but it's a movie for me that begrudgingly is going to be part of my collection. But, I do recommend you watch it at least once. If you're starting a Scream marathon for the first time, definitely do so. All right, we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio in just a moment. But first, let's do a quick unboxing of the Steelbook. Okay, we have the 4K Steelbook edition of Scream 3. I have to admit, I wasn't too sure about the red, but in person, it's pretty sharp. And we have the back and the spine. And then on the interior, no artwork on the disc per usual for Paramount, but the interior of the case, it's got you covered. So, yeah, looks really good. I actually really like the design now. Now, let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Scream 3 on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 2:3:5:1 aspect ratio with native 4K resolution and graded with both HDR10 and Dolby Vision. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. Now, just as the first two Scream films were in badly need of a 4K upgrade, the third comes to us in a worthwhile effort from Paramount. Arguably, of the three original films, Scream 2 was the most in need of an update, which thankfully looks solid on 4K. Scream 3 wasn't nearly in as bad of a shape, but the 4K bump is more than enough to discard your current blue. The source used looks pretty good, though I don't believe a full remastering or restoration took place. Still, the image appears problem-free. Thankfully, Paramount appears to have largely laid off the often used DNR button. Grain looks light and cinematic and hasn't been artificially scrubbed. Image clarity allows a sharper looking picture, giving new life to details. Close-ups offer more depth all around, textures are more well-defined, and clothing shows more appreciable gains. Set pieces look great, and the occasional stab wound also gives you that little bit of extra goriness. The color palette also receives a solid boost with the Dolby Vision grading. Colors are visually bold with beautiful day scenes, vibrant clothing, and healthy skin tones. Whites are stable and presented well throughout. Black levels also produce strong results. Night scenes look great and properly contrast against lighting sources. Shadow detail is also on point throughout the film. For this 4K disc, Paramount has opted to simply port over the DTS 5.1 from the prior Blu-ray. Given that the first two films received similar treatment, this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. So if you have the Blu-ray and you've heard the old audio track, you've heard this one before. All of the horror movie jump scare audio tropes are present, and to be fair, it's done well. Surrounds are constantly filled with ambience and atmosphere, which at times are pretty fun. Audio cues move freely around the room, and the surround environment is pretty effective in its delivery. Front activity is strong with clean dialogue through the center channel. The low end is punchy throughout and often lands hard. The jump scare audio thump that goes with films like these is robust, and other in-film action have good presence. No source-related audio defects were detected during my viewing. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Scream 3 on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A-. Say goodbye to the old Blu-ray, the 4K upgrade is worth the price of admission. The color palette is very bold, bringing out good vibrancy with Dolby Vision. The 4K upgrade will certainly please most fans. For the audio mix, I'm going to score this one an A- as well. The ported over DTS 5.1 is a familiar but still strong experience. The horror atmosphere is fun and engaging, and it's backed up by a really good overall presence. As audio tracks go, it's an entertaining listen. So that is my review of Scream 3 on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave an Amazon link for both the slipcover and steelbook in the comments section. If you use them, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.